Hello everyone, Dark Toy Lord here. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Perfect Effect Perfect Combiner PC-04 Combiner Upgrade Set from Menasor. So first off, let's take a look at the packaging. See here we have an upgrade for his gun/sword. We have an alternate head, and then new chest, shoulders, and waist area. On the back we have a better rendering of Menasor's head. So let's go ahead, open this up and take a look. Alright, inside of the box we have the instruction sheet and also the plastic tray containing all of the parts. So the whole waist, torso, shoulders, and head, and then the gun/sword upgrade. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to do here, we're going to swap out the Menasor head. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and we're going to fold in Motormaster's head. Spin him around, open up his back, and then pop up the Menasor head. And then in the back of Menasor's head, there's a little screw. So let's go ahead and unscrew that. Any second now. Here we go. Let's just put that aside. Pop this up. So just be careful because everything kind of falls apart on you. So this is in several sections. So you have the front section, which is his face. His two horns are separate. And then the back of his head is actually attached by a ball joint, so you just got to pop that off. And then you can put those off to the side, and I would recommend screwing it all back together so you don't lose anything. And then what we do, we take the new head. Right here. Now the new head doesn't require any screwing, it just needs to be popped on that ball joint. There we go. And there you have Menasor's alternate head. Alright, so I'm going to take a look at Menasor's sword real quick. So Menasor's official sword comes in these two separate pieces. One can be used as a gun, the other one as a sword. You put them together to make a much larger sword. So what the upgrade set does for you is it makes that sword a little bit larger, and it gives you this centerpiece right here, which actually could be used as a much larger gun as well. So what we do is we take the gun section of the sword and we plug it in over here, and then we take the sword section and we plug it in over here. That's a tight fit. All right, and then you have this much larger weapon for Menasor. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to attach the new hips and waist piece. And in order to do that, it requires you taking off Menasor's old codpiece here. So I think this just pops off. Yep. So you pull it off, put it to the side, take the new guy, and you see right here, section right here, it just pops in there. And it might be kind of tricky because this is kind of big, so we just got to position things out of the way in order to make this fit. Here we go. Now there's a way to fold this mess up onto Motor Master's back. Not a lot of instructions as to how to do that. So through trial and error, let's see if we can figure this out. Alright, so first what we can do is we can make sure this new hip piece or waist piece is folded all the way up. Yeah, kind of clips into place. Then take these two pieces on the side and fold those up, and then take this part right here and fold it in. So again, on this side, make sure this is folded in like this. Take the bottom part and fold it up, and then what would be just the shoulder area of Menasor, you fold it down. And Motor Master's head back up. Make sure everything is clipped into place. And I believe that's it. Let me zoom out a little bit here. So, not much to look at. Just got this giant mess on his back. Alright, there's nothing in the instructions describing how this upgrade should look in truck mode. I have not found a configuration that actually looks pretty decent. So my recommendation is don't display this guy in truck mode anymore. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this guy into Menasor mode. First off, let's go ahead and get rid of Motor Master's head. And we're going to flip him around. This is a little bit tricky. We're going to take this top piece down. We're going to flip it down. And let's move the arms out of the way. And unfold these guys. We need to bring these around to the other side. And this is where it's kind of tricky, because everything needs to be in the perfect spot. So let's get this piece in place right here. Actually, I'm doing something wrong. We need to flip these legs around. No, actually, legs stay right there. So we're going to flip these pieces around and fold them as we get to the other side. And then just turn them around. And on the legs, you'll see this slot right here. Those peg into these pegs on the leg. So just trying to get these to line up perfectly can be kind of tough. Oh, and then you got to do one side first, because the other one is going to overlap and peg into the opposite side. It's tough. Alright, there's one side. And come over to the other side. Get that peg to line up. Alright. They all kind of clip together now. Alright. Let's go ahead and turn them around. And what you're going to do with this Motor Master's legs are going to stay like this. Typically you would, with the previous configuration, you would spin them so that the foot is off to the side, but we're going to keep them with the feet pointing to the back. Let's open up the chest, pull out Menasor's head. Let me close the chest back up. Flip up the horns. And then we can just put the rest of the parts in place. Make sure everything tabs in as it's supposed to. And there you go. This is the new Menasor mode for Motormaster. Alright, so let's go ahead and get the rest of the Stunticons attached and we'll take a look, see how he feels. So here you go. Here's Motormaster with his Stunticon brothers put together for the giant Menasor. Now, with the upgrade to Motormaster, when in Menasor mode, it definitely has a much wider stance. And I gotta hold him up because unfortunately, the Hasbro feet just are not cutting it. This guy cannot stand up. So I'm going to have to bite the bullet and actually purchase the Perfect Effect hands and feet to go on this guy. There you go. You could attach Blackjack if you want to the chest. I prefer not to because it always falls off. Spin this guy around. And you can see the Menasor sword mount on his back for storage. Actually looks pretty cool because if you look at him from the front, see that sword over his shoulder. Has a nice effect. So there you have it. Again, this is Dark Toilord. Thank you very much for tuning in. Please subscribe, like, and favorite.